So Valon Berisha has retired. It appears the broken leg convinced him not to come back for another season. So what is going on, guys, and welcome to this episode as we start Season 4 of this Football Manager 2024 Builder Nation. If you are new here, please make sure you do go down and subscribe. And if you are enjoying the content, make sure you do comment below and let me know that. But also in the description is a link to things like my Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. Both of them give you the ability to become a monthly supporter of the channel or just do a one-off donation on Buy Me a Coffee. It just helps the channel out and really does support me as a small content creator and lets my wife know that I can keep doing this on an evening because it brings in a bit of extra money to help support the family. And we're trying to buy a house. I'm going to go down that route soon. So, Berisha's left. Absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. We signed him in the summer of last year. I thought we would get another season out of him, but the broken leg near the end of the season, he's just not come back. He just decided to retire. Absolutely devastated. But we're going to start. Well, first off, we lost a player. Got poached by Stromsgodse. But we picked up a couple of youth players. We had our youth intake. And these were the players who have been earmarked. So we have a left winger who isn't the best, but he'll do a job. We have a central defender stroke striker. But first, let's look at this one. He looks decent. 5'9", so definitely defensive midfielder. Passing, I think, will improve. Honestly, I think in a year or two, he could be in our first team. No question about it. And then we also have Natvig, who is the central defender stroke striker, who also, I think, has a lot of potential. So we have him, who I'm not sure where I would play him. I think striker. But again, if we drop in a 5 at the back, he can drop back as well. But we've got two there who are both really, really nice looking players. And Lovak as well, who's the left back, who isn't the best, but we didn't really have any left backs in our team, so we had to pick him up. But pre-season is done. We played not as many games as last year. We started off against Brod and got 6-1. We then played Madler 3-0. FK Mandau, we got 2-0 victory, 3-0 over Solar, and then we just beat Malmo 1-0 with Larsen on the score sheet. Now, in terms of transfers, you can see Opreya is leaving us. He's going in the summer, the 1st of July, to Malaga for 575k. It's upsetting, but honestly, I think he might end up coming back. But 575k is a lot of money. You can see I've brought someone in on loan to replace him already, so I'm trying to balance it. We need to sell. We need the money, but at the same time, I'm trying to make sure we don't fall short. Going into the ins then. The first one is Adrian Bergensen, who was with us in Season 1. He then came back in Season 2. And unfortunately, after that, we weren't able to get him back. He's been playing at Brann. Didn't really get in their first team, but I think he's good enough to play for us. And the fact that we brought back a player who was with us at the start is always nice. He's good. He can play both flanks and striker. So he's come back on a low wage, plus 50% if we do get relegated, wage drop. He's a good player in my opinion. And then also an experienced player to replace Berisha, because the news about Berisha retiring came through just after the season ended. Johan Berg Gudmundsson, the former Burnley midfielder, that's where he's most famous, I would say. He's not amazing physically, etc., but he will do for one season in that central midfield attacking position. And he's already looked very, very good in pre-season, so really pleased with that. So them two signings, then two more. We brought in Andreas van der Spa, who is a central defender who can also play defensive mid. 6'5", good jumping reach, good aerially. He had been playing a week in Stavanger, came through Berda Glimt, so he has come south to play, but he's a solid player. And then Thiago Parente comes in as potential our new left back. Comes in on loan for the season. We're paying him nothing. And it just gives me a few more months to see if we can locate a better left back, to be honest. Up there, I hope will stay on loan, but I just have feel Malaga want him, because normally they would say, do you want to take him back on loan, and they didn't do any of that. Going out, Ugland, the guy we picked up from Lokomotiv Moscow at the end of season 1, has left us. Never hit the ground, never did a great job, to be honest. Karl Omdal, one of our backups in centre mid, has gone as well, just came off the wage bill. And the youngster we picked up from Lørenskog has left us as well. Again, didn't develop into anything. So we sold him for 10k plus 50% of next sale as well, because we're not at the point where we can help out other teams that much yet. In terms of players from our youth team who have come up then, Skogen has been promoted as our new 4th or 5th choice central defender. He can definitely do the job. He is contracted for the year, so we might as well use him. Also being promoted to the first team is Fiskerstrand, who is an 18-year-old now, but very talented, does look good, and I do think he could offer a lot of extra help this season, so he's come up into the first team this season. But apart from that, our team is pretty much how you remember it. So going into this season, we do have Sjarstein in goal, Fanny at right back, or Prayer at left back, Midskogen and Jørgensen as our back two still, Martinusson in defensive mid, Slaveland centre mid, Gudmundsson in the attacking midfielder, Krog is going to start right wing, Larsen on the left wing, and Berisha gets the start up top. On the bench of Lunin, Steinskog, Van der Spar, Seether, Fiskerstrand, Orne, Bjornes, Bergensen and Parente, the new on loan left back, because we are missing Nazir is out injured. He would have played centre mid, and Slaveland in the defensive mid. Björlo I've unregistered and we are going to look to move him on, so I'll drop in our B team for now. Volas has been out injured, that's why Krog is standing on the right wing, and Sorter is technically our backup right winger, age 21 now, but again injured, so Krog is out. Krog is our backup left winger, but he can play right wing. He's still only 19, just turned 19 as well. He did have that major injury which did set him back. You can see, where is it at, major? There in 2024, the broken lower leg, 5 months he was out, but he's on the return, he's doing well. But what I like is we are in 4th season, and Sjarstein, Midskogen, Jørgensen, Fanny, Slaveland, Larsen, Steinskog, Sether, Bergensen, Erdal, Skogen, Volas, all started with us. Okay, so we are starting the season against Viking Stavanger. In fact, before we start, I'm just curious what is expected of us this season. So last year we were 1,000 to 1. Only 700 to 1 now. So they obviously think we're going to do well. Now we are at home. I am going to start with our more offensive tactic. Now last season we ended playing the more defensive tactic for most of the games, but I'm just curious if, as our players just get a little bit older, step by step, will we be able to push teams back? Will we be able to be the more offensive team as we were in Season 1 and Season 2? Now, one of the greatest things I'm seeing straight away is 3,000 fans at the game today. Now, our attendances last year were low. They were low. But if we can start getting some bigger gates through, it's going to be massive financially. Now, Viking Stavanger are the rival club. They are the local club against us in this division. So it is expected you get a lot more fans in for that game. But it's nice to see so many on the opening day. Right, Krog goes to Matthesen, to Fanny. He goes all the way back to Jørgensen. He goes back to Fanny. He's going to go back to Jørgensen again. He is. Go across to Midskogen. He does. Midskogen now. Goes across to Prayer. Sad Prayer's leaving us, to be honest. Larsen turns. Larsen, he's going to cut back. He goes to Prayer. No, he dummies it. Slaveland. Matthesen. Gudmundsson. Get in there. Johan Berg Gudmundsson with the calm play. We were so calm in the build-up to that goal. There was never any stress. We just took our time, played it through defence, played it in the midfield, got the goal. Eggerson's 1, Viking Stavanger 0. Come on. Absolutely nothing happened after that goal. Absolutely nothing. But what we are going to do is we are going to drop to our more defensive tactic for the second half. I think it's a smart play. We can just shoo the game up, shoo the half up, and just see if we can see it out. I'll take a 1-0 now. But we do score quite a few goals on the counter with this tactic. But the idea of dropping them back is not to try to counter them, it's to see the game out, basically. Oh, Viking have just scored. That set piece was taking forever, so I stopped talking. It was like over a minute, the clock was just ticking along. They must have been set on time wasting with how long they were just messing around on that ball. And normally you expect them to take a couple of steps back to put the free kick in. So I thought, okay, I'll start commentating when that happens. But oh, that's a red card. That's a red card. So Viking are now down to 10 men. Egerson 1, Viking 1. We are going to go attacking now they're down to 10 men. Just see if we can get the goal here. Larsson's apprehensive with his body language. I'm going to bring on Bergensen on the left wing, but I'm going to bring him on as an inside forward. So his first game back, and also Bavish I'm going to take off for Orner. Right, come on. Let's see if we can get the second goal here and win this game. Right, Fanny now at right back. Throws it back to Jurgensen. He goes forward to Krog. Back to Jurgensen. Jurgensen is inside their half now. He plays the ball over the top to Bergensen. That comes in. Goodmanson with the header. Oh, good effort. I'm going to just tell us, look, let's not worry so much about playing that ball, and let's worry about being a bit more direct. See if we can get the victory here. There's only 10 minutes left of this game. The opening day of the season. Free kick. Goodmanson back post. Headed back. And we took it away. It's going to be offside. What's the referee waiting for here? Was that offside? The referee's checking. This might be a good time to have VAR. He wasn't offside there. No chance. Maybe no. That's not being given offside. No, that is a goal. Okay, we're going to go defensive again. We're going to go very defensive, and we're also going to just waste time by making a couple of tactical changes. Bring on our new left back for a couple of minutes, give him a bit of football, and then the game is going to be over. Come on, see this game out, get an opening day victory of season 4, and we've done it in front of 4,000 fans, a record for Egerson here, and we have got the win. So that is the opening day victory. That is the end of episode 1. We have won the first game against local rivals Viking Stavanger. We are in 4th place with a +1 goal difference. I've been Paul, also known as the Northman, and I'll see you next time.